What is up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel with this absolute monster of a car. So, Jesus, just looking at it, it's so aggressive with those flared arches. It just isn't even an SL anymore. I love this thing so much. This is a car that's actually not new to the Forza franchise, but it is new to this game. To get it, just get your 20 points on the festival playlist, and that's pretty much it. It is the 2009 Mercedes SL65 AMG Black Series. What's cool about this thing is, you know, Mercedes and AMG were like, yeah, here you go, here's an SL, you know, to AMG, and then AMG decided to, you know, slap a big V8 in it, you know, they made a 55, you know. Then they were like, nah, that's not enough. So there's the 63, and they're like, that's very quick, that's a really cool car. They're like, nah, that's not enough. Let's do the 65, which has a twin-turbo V12. And then on top of that, they're like, let's make it even more extreme. And let's make a Black Series of it as well. This thing is insane. Absolutely mental thing. The interior is like so old-school Mercedes. It's just, it's really, really cool. But like the exterior obviously just is the big wow factor of this car. The stupidly wide body. It's so wide, man. I mean, it sounds extreme. Massive duct at the front there. I love this car. I'm so happy that it's back in this game. And performance-wise as well, it's just dumb. 661 horsepower, but it has 1,000 newton meters of torque, stock or standard, whatever. And I want to go ahead and do stuff to this thing. Because if this thing, stock, has 1,000 newton meters of torque, I wonder what it's like if you slap up, like, a lot more stuff to it. If you upgrade the turbos. If you bore it out. So instead of a 6 liter, it's even bigger than the 6 liter. Like, I mean, like, this engine, or whatever, this engine configuration from AMG is so popular and so big that, like, Aston Martin still use it to this day. They still use AMG V12s. And V8s now as well in their cars, which is very, very cool. Yeah, these are very, very sick cars. I love this thing so much. Always have. Very, very interesting car. Right, well, it's an A-Class now. I want to do stuff to it. I want to change some things. I want to make it even more powerful, even faster. Of course, we're in Forza, so the more extreme, the better. Disgusting Forza Aero, as per usual. Yeah, not gonna even just go anywhere near that at all. We can engine swap this thing. That's kind of cool. We can put a 7.3 liter V12. This is, I'm going to guess, this is from a Pagani, right? Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty much of a Pagani. This is the old 6.2 V8 that was, I think, I don't know if this car ever had the 6.2 V8. Did this car have the NA V8 in it? Or did it have the 5.5 liter V8? I can't even remember, honestly. Not only that, we can put a Lamborghini engine in it, / Audi R8 engine. I'm not going to change the engine. However, I honestly think that this might have to be all-wheel drive. It's a heavy car as well. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize how heavy this thing is. I think with the amount of torque that and power I could probably throw at this thing, I think all-wheel drive is probably necessary with it. All right, I'm gonna put it on just in case. And of course, I need some grip as well. All right, I managed to get a scam phone call, except it's not fun when it's not an actual person at the other end of the line. When it's an actual person at the other end of the line, I love just like wasting their time. But this was a scam call with like a robot at the other end, so I just hung up. Do I want to build this thing for like drag racing? I feel like acceleration with this thing would be just so silly. Especially with it having so much torque. We could have it have 345s in the rear. And 285s in the front. That's very good. I really, really like these wheels, so I don't really want to change them too much. As for transmission, we can obviously change to an aftermarket transmission. I think we're gonna have to. 7-speed, driveline. Yeah, just put the off-road diff on it, because it just fully locks it. Upgrade these brakes to carbon ceramics. I mean, the only reason why I want to do this is just because of the weight. But we don't really need them if I want to build this thing for like drag racing or anything like that. Oh, damn, this looks... Wait, can we change our track width? Okay, we can. Oh my god, it's so bulky and wide. I feel like this thing as a drift car would be kind of nice. Damn, it gets so low as well. Interesting, interesting. I'll have a look at that in a minute, but for right now I want to build this thing for drag racing real quick, just because I feel like it has really crazy potential, especially like I said with all this torque that's available with, for this car. So let's see. I'm gonna fully max this thing out. I wish there was a button that you just press and it just fully maxes it out, but I guess not. Get it to rev higher. What's the sound like? Man, nothing really changes, weirdly enough. 1200 newton meters of torque. Upgrading to twin turbos as well. 1300. It's up to over 1000 horsepower now. No, maybe not. I expected a lot more out of this car, to be honest with you. I expected a lot more out of this car. It does have good torque, but I don't know if this is actually going to be very good for drag racing. Like I said, I expected a lot more out of it. Just with this engine, just doesn't seem like that's possible. What about if we engine swap it? I mean, it'll be much lighter. Torque-wise. Don't know. Maybe. We're at 893. It's so dumb. I don't know, man. I want to keep the standard engine in this thing. I feel like I want to. Just because of the fact that, like I said, I still want to build this thing for it. What if I could just keep it rear wheel drive though? Maybe not. Nah, I don't like these numbers as a drag car, to be honest with you. I really don't. They just don't suit it at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the standard engine that's in it, but I will, however, upgrade it fully. I will upgrade it fully. Actually, I'm gonna put that on. Okay, and I'm not gonna upgrade the flywheel either. Okay, I think we're good with this thing as a drift car. Like I said, initially I was thinking about maybe making this thing into a drag build, but it just doesn't seem to have that power. Obviously, as a drift car, it's gonna be completely different. I also definitely don't need to have this wide of a wheel on this car. And I'm gonna put... It does get kind of low though if you... That looks really good, by the way, with the off-road tire combat. I'll put the snow tires on this thing, and it is all-wheel drive. So let's change that over to a rear-wheel drive again, and let's try and drive it like this. 1000 horsepower, all going to the rear wheels. Let's see if it actually has, because wasn't this renowned to have a awful turning circle? I'm pretty sure it was. How come my... Oh yeah, it's because I ended up... Never mind. It's because I ended up making an all-wheel drive, and that's what I ended up buying. With the transmission. Okay, cool. There you go. Now it's done. What are the paints that this comes in? Red, the black. Oh, I really like this color though. Jeez, that looks good. But the silver kind of like just stands out. It's like a brushed silver. It's really, really cool. I actually really like it. I might keep it in this color. I don't know. I actually do really like it in this color. And same with the wheels being diamond cut and that. They look very, very good. It does have a lot of torque. Oh my god. Yeah, I was about to say, this car, I'm pretty sure this car was like renowned for having like a terrible... It does. It does have a terrible steering angle. Even with the drift suspension, it's ass. It is just bad. It's actually so bad. That is jokes. I can kind of drive it, but like, I can't have a bit too much angle or else it just absolutely just craps itself. Oh my god, yeah, this is bad. That steering angle is ass. Man, even with the drift suspension, it's bad. But the power of this thing is stupid. This is very, like, no setup done at all for this thing. It just has the off-road diff, which just has a fully locked diff. Look at that torque, though. And there goes the front end. It's really bad. It's really, really bad to slide. What about for racing? Maybe for racing it could be good. Especially since it has so much power, and you can give it some really wide tires, so... okay, one sec, let me change some things. Now, unfortunately, as a race build, I had to add the Forza Air on it, because it's just... I just had to, because, you know, I need it. I need it for downforce. Change the tires. Slight tune on it, but nothing too crazy, just enough to be able to grip up. This actually is really slow. Very disappointed with this car. Really, really disappointed. I expected something... Oh my god, the brakes are really good. Yeah, I'm quite disappointed with this thing. It's not a bad race car. Or whatever, a car to use for racing. It just has so much torque as well. My top speed is terrible. The good thing about it is the brakes. And I feel like grip-wise as well, it's quite okay. But it's such a cool engine and it feels like it's underperforming. I don't know why. The corner grip is fine, like high-speed corners. See, like I'm able to go fairly okay in them. I don't know. Let's bring it over onto a track. I actually do have a track to play on. So let's try and test it out there and see what sort of time you can squeeze out. I'm also going to put some sim steering on just because. Okay, let's do a couple of laps with this thing and see if it's capable of doing anything. Jesus. Maybe with a different engine. Maybe making this car even lighter with that Pagani engine. Whoa. Maybe that would be a little bit better. Maybe the power delivery would be a little bit smoother as well. This thing just... It's all the power all at once, like. I can't fault the brakes. The brakes and braking on this thing, like just slowing down in general, it is so strong. It's the grip of those tires though. The grip of those tires because they're so wide. And of course the brakes are very good, but like the grip of those tires is stupid. Look how good it is at slowing down. Oh my god, man. Just pulling out of corners as well, it's just so, like, eventful. Like, you have to be so smooth on the power. You have to be so smooth on the power. And just be careful. Or else it's just gone. The back end just goes. Like, I'm flooring it in fourth now, watch. It's starting to, like, skip. Oh god, I have to slow down for that. I can't go that fast. It's like skipping underneath me. Jesus. Again, the brakes are mental. There it goes. There goes traction. Traction just left the chat. Oh my god. It's just the torque is very, very sick. And like I said, it just has to be very, very easy on the power. Like my throttle control has to be so good here that I don't send myself into the wall. I even tried to adjust my diff, and the diff just crumbles. It just doesn't know what to do anyway. I made it so it should be able to handle this power. But it's just not good enough. Curious as I've lent just a little bit, just enough that I could kind of use like higher gears. I don't know. It seems fine. I don't think this is going to be OP by any means necessary. I mean, again, it has to be maybe trying it with a different engine in it. Oh, God. Maybe trying it with a different engine, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you guys mess around with that. And you can experiment and see what it's like. And send tunes over on the Discord, as you guys usually do. I love testing these guys out on the first day of release. Just kind of give them like my first opinion, first impression of them. But I also love, after like a few days, when all of you guys start watching the videos, are working on some ridiculous builds and you send them over to me. A lot of the time I love checking those out, and you know, maybe it gives me a little bit of a different perspective or a different outlook on the car. Let's just come out. I think for that much power and that much torque all going just to the rear wheels, it's actually not that bad. I think as an all-wheel drive, this thing will be able to just shoot out of corners so quickly. But I also think that the balance of it, I think, might be a little broken. I feel like it'll just get destroyed and it'll understeer a lot more. I think, what's the... I can't even check now, can I? I'm gonna leave. I want to have a look and see what the front to rear, like, weight distribution is like, because it does have a fat engine. It is rear-wheel drive in that, but it does have an absolutely fat engine sitting up there. Very, very heavy. Yeah, 52%. It's actually not that bad. It's very close to 50-50 weight distribution. 52% of the weight basically being over the front end. But that engine actually sits really far back, if I remember correctly. A lot of Mercedes cars, I think I can just go into Forza Vista and open it. The engine sits stupidly far back. It's almost like a mid-engine car, except it's... can I not, like, open it? Why am I not allowed to open this thing? Do I have to bring it back to stock again? I think I might have to. One sec. Reset default upgrades. I want to have a quick look at this thing with Forza Vista, see if it actually does show it. Because the engine sits so far back behind the front wheels that it's, like I said, it's almost like a... Why, man? That's so lazy. That is insanely lazy. That you're not able to open up the front end to see that V12. That is very lazy. Yeah. Very disappointed with the car. Very, very disappointed. I love it. It's cool looking. It's just disappointed with what they've done to it, or they haven't done to it. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, a little bit disappointed. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have built anything crazy with this thing and you want to show it off and whatever. And obviously, of course, send it over onto the Discord if you have. Link to that is down below. But for now, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everybody. This is the Mercedes SL65 AMG Black Series. Very cool car in retrospect, but like it's just a little boring in this game. Like not much has really happened to this car. Like you can't even like look at it with the... You can't even open the bonnet pretty much to look at the engine or anything like that. And it doesn't sound overly exciting or anything like that. Anyway, goodbye. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later.